Do you have your online dating profile search criteria set up in a way that the app is actually giving you people that you're really compatible with, instead of just putting it out to the masses and you're not really a match with these people? We are going to talk today about those search criteria and how you should set them. Things like age, radius, income, religion. Those are the things that you can set on dating apps to make the app work for you in showing you more quality matches. I met my husband online, and it all started with me setting up my search criteria in a way that the app would work for me rather than against me, and showing people that I'm actually compatible with. I do have a free guide on setting up your online dating profile, and if you're interested in that, I will link it in the comments of this video. Many people make the mistake of thinking that when you're setting up your online dating profile, you need to set your search criteria very vast, very broad, do a wide radius, do a wide age range, things like that. But that's actually not really how you want to go about it. You really want to set it more limited and more specific, because you're looking for the person that you're really compatible with, right? And so you want to make it more specific instead of following the mistake that you make it so broad that you're getting all of these matches when those matches are really not tailored for you. So I'm going to teach you how to not make that mistake, and I'm going to teach you how to make the search criteria work for you when you are online dating. So we're going to talk about 6 search criteria that you should set up on your dating profile and how you should set them up to make the app work for you. Number 1, the radius. You need to set this realistically for the amount of time that you're willing to travel, the distance you're willing to go. I did do a video on finding a healthy relationship. It's a free guide on that, and I talked specifically about the radius in that. If you'd like that, I'll also link it below. But for me, I knew I was a single mom when I was dating, and if I was going to date somebody that was 2+ hours away, I really wasn't going to be able to put in enough time getting to know that person that I would eventually trust my kids with them, right? So for me, 2 hours was just too much, right? I also, as a single mom, didn't have that much time to commit, okay? So I wound up setting mine to an hour. You can kind of play around with it a little bit, but I want you to think about what realistically can you put into it. I was talking to somebody that's in my Facebook group about this, and she said that her limit was 30 minutes because she wasn't willing to move. So I just challenged her to think, what if he was an hour away, but he was willing to move? Would you be willing to give that hour? Would that be too far for you to get to know somebody? Or what if he was 45 minutes away, but he was willing to move? And she was able to see that maybe she could actually broaden that category a little bit, still not make it too far, but broaden it a little bit so that she wasn't limiting people that still might meet what she could handle and what was realistic for her. So consider those things when you're setting your radius. Number 2, kids. Most of the apps will allow you to put whether you have kids, whether you want more kids of your own, whether you're open to dating somebody that already has kids. Ages of kids are also a factor in this. Do they have kids that are an adult? Do they have kids that are toddlers and are at home? So look to see what things the app will allow you to put for kids, and then realistically you need to put them. I also was talking to somebody else that said she would only date somebody that had 2 kids or less. And so I just said, what if he was the man of your dreams, but he had 3 kids? Is that now a deal breaker? And she was able to see maybe that's not an actual deal breaker, okay? But it is a deal breaker maybe if you don't want any more kids and the other person does want more kids. And so make sure you set the kid criteria up realistically with what you're actually wanting. Number 3 for the search criteria, smoking and drugs. This is a big one. So you'll be able to set, do you smoke? Do you want to date somebody that smokes? You'll be able to set, are you engaged in any kind of drugs? Usually they'll say something like occasionally. I usually would see like the weed symbol. Does somebody smoke weed? They would put that on their profile. I knew that I wasn't willing to date somebody like that, and so I made sure I set up my criteria in that manner. So make sure you set that one up. Number 4 is religion. This one is super important, As most of you know, I'm a Christian woman. I was looking for somebody that was a godly man. I was looking for somebody that was going to help me in ministry, that wanted to help grow our faith together, that we could talk together about things that we were learning from the Bible. And so I really needed to set this criteria and make sure that it was really at the forefront. Okay, so you want to consider when you're setting religion or faith, pick what you want to put on there that is relevant for you and for what you're looking for. Okay, so it's very important on that. Now you're still going to have to weed people out, because even if you check the Christian box, only show me people that are Christian, you will still have to weed people out, because so many people will just check that Christian box, and you will quickly find out on online dating that they are probably not a genuine Christian. So you can ask specific questions and see, are they a genuine Christian or not? If you need help with that, that's one of the things that I offer in online coaching. I do that over Zoom, so you can contact me about that. Number 5, income and job. All of the apps should have a place where you can set for your search an income and a job requirement. So you will be able to see what somebody's job is. It will be listed on their profile. Sometimes you can see what income range they're in, or you can ask the app to only show you people with a specific income range. I didn't do that when I was online dating because that wasn't important to me. However, if it's important to you, then you need to set that, because if it's important to you, you're looking for people that you're compatible with, you're looking for people that are really going to be a match for you, and so go ahead and set it, okay? And number 6, age. This is a big one. You need to be realistic about the ages that you are willing to date, okay? Be realistic with it and be comfortable with what you put. I would suggest starting with perhaps 5 up and 5 down, or if you want to be more specific, I would probably say 5 up and 3 down. But you need to do what you are comfortable with in that area. So if you are building your online profile, these are the 6 most important search criteria that you need to set in order to get some quality matches in your profile inbox.